Vintage Ikea. Did you know that vintage Ikea is actually a thing? There is a lot of vintage Ikea out there on the resale market, and some of it is in very high demand. So this to me means two things. One, that there are Ikea products durable enough to withstand decades of use, and also that these are timeless designs with long-lasting appeal. Well, Ikea has also recognized this, and they have begun reissuing some of their most iconic designs as part of their Natilverkad collection. So this got me wondering, what other current Ikea offerings have the potential to become future classics, or may in fact be classics already? So for this video, I have put together a list of Ikea products that I think are worth buying and holding on to because they have timeless appeal. I'm also going to share some ideas along with the occasional inspiration image for how you could incorporate some of these pieces into your home. Before we get started, just wanted to mention I am in Canada, so these prices are all going to be in Canadian dollars. And I am no doubt going to butcher these Swedish names, so I just want to apologize in advance. Now let's begin. I think by this point, we've all become pretty familiar with the Malm series. There is a reason it has remained in the Ikea lineup for as long as it has. The clean lines and minimalist style make all of these pieces pretty timeless. I'm especially a fan of the Malm Bed. You really can't go too wrong with this sleek and simple design. It just transitions so easily into a variety of decor styles. Then of course comes the question, which color? I personally am kind of partial to the white. I in fact owned a white Malm Bed for many years. By not choosing one of the wood finishes, it just gives you more flexibility to pair this bed with other woods or other finishes entirely. Although if you're feeling kind of bold, you could also definitely go with the blue. I think it's pretty great as well. And if you're short on storage, you also have the option of adding the underbed storage boxes. Although I have to say, I do like the openness of this bed without the boxes. I did find some great inspiration images of how people have styled their Malm beds, so you can see how versatile this design really is. So the
Guttane
coffee table is already a classic. It first appeared in the IKEA catalog in 1963. So clearly this is a design with staying power. The mid-century modern vibes are strong with this one because it is in fact a mid-century modern design. So if this is a design era that appeals to you, then this coffee table is a pretty obvious choice. But a clean and simple table like this could also mix easily with a variety of other styles. And here are some living rooms that have coffee tables with very similar vibes to the Guttane. The Gullsudare lampshade. This one I think is kind of a no-brainer. I mean, really ever since Isamu Noguchi introduced the Akari light sculptures in the 1950s, paper lanterns have been design icons. They're an easy and affordable, in this case very affordable, way to add warmth and style to so many different spaces. There are tons of inspiration images out there of cool spaces with paper lanterns. So if you are looking to add a bold but classic statement with your lighting while sticking to a budget, this is a great purchase. There's the Billy and the Calyx and the Besta, but I have selected the Tonstad series for this video. A bit of a higher price point, but I think it comes with a higher end look. I like the inset doors and the integrated door pulls, and it comes in a bunch of different configurations to suit a variety of functions, so I also appreciate the flexibility. Given the variety of the Tonstad line, I tried to pull a mix of inspiration images to show the different ways you could utilize the different pieces. The Froset armchair is another piece that is definitely mid-century modern inspired. It reminds me a bit of the Eames molded plywood lounge chair, just at a much more affordable price point. All three finishes are great, but I especially like the red if you're looking to add a pop of color to your space. And given that this is a pretty simple wood chair, it's likely going to be more durable and have a longer lifespan than your typical upholstered Ikea armchair. I found some spaces with Eames lounge chairs as examples of places you could easily incorporate the Froset armchair instead. The Norden gate leg table. Gate leg tables were first designed in England in the 16th century, so if they've been around this long, chances are pretty good they're going to remain relevant. And that certainly makes a lot of sense because this is an incredibly functional table. It's great for a small space because it collapses to such a small footprint, and the drawers are great for additional storage. In addition to being a dining table, I think this would actually be a great work table for an office or a hobby room. The Ronninge dining chairs? No idea. The Ronninge dining chair is just a good, simple, classic dining chair with Scandinavian vibes. It's basic but sturdy, and it's the kind of chair you can just have for many years. The black is probably the most versatile finish and would work with a variety of tables, but the green is also good, especially if you're looking for something a little bit softer. So here are some examples of dining spaces with similar black dining chairs. And I also have a few with green dining chairs to help spark some ideas. The Odger or Odger, it's a dining chair. If you prefer a more modern style dining chair, I think the Odger is also a great option. They mix wood into the plastic for added strength, and I really like the finish that it creates. It gives the chair a bit of a higher end feel. If you have a really simple and neutral dining table, I think the red could be an especially good addition. These images are a great example of ways you could introduce a chair like the Odger into your space.
Holmsjo.
Yeah, that's not happening. Another MCM-inspired piece. This is a great stool. Stools like this are super versatile. Use them in an entryway, as extra seating in the living room, or tucked into a bedroom. Just a clean, simple design that's never going to go out of style. Now, yes, I would prefer that the seat was leather and not polyurethane, but kind of to be expected with an $80 price tag. I love the simple utilitarian feel of this Tingby side table. I can see this working well in a variety of spaces. It would obviously look great in a clean contemporary interior, but I think it could also create interesting contrast in a slightly more traditional space. It would work as a small coffee table, but multiples could also be used together as a larger coffee table. The white and the black are both good, so take your pick. The Spetsboj lamp. These are very cute. If you remember Ikea's Leichte lamps, I feel like these are kind of a new interpretation of this style. And these are not plastic, they're powder-coated metal, which to me makes the $10 price tag seem especially reasonable. Oh, and they're dimmable. I really like the idea of tucking a little lamp like this onto a shelf or into a bookcase, and I suspect that if these were to get discontinued, they would be quite popular on the resale market. Ikea, of course, a great source for inexpensive mirrors. I, in fact, have this one myself in black. Just a really sleek, simple design, and I really love the depth of the frame. I think that that elevates this piece and makes it feel more expensive than it is. Just a great purchase. This piece is more than just a simple glass vase. It also functions as a watering can, which I just think is so clever. If you're really tight on space, how awesome to have a watering can that you can just leave out as a decorative piece. I just really appreciate the thoughtful design. I know this Tjarlek lidded bowl is a little on the quirky side, but hear me out. When it comes to vintage IKEA, it seems that the fun, colorful, maybe even a little bit whimsical pieces are actually often the ones that are most in demand. We can't always take design so seriously, so if this piece makes you smile, then why not? Another low commitment but really fun item is this pair of mugs, the Piggal Mugs. I remember when they introduced these like a couple years ago, I liked them then and I still like them now. The shape I think is quite unique and the green is a fresh little pop of color against the white. These Ombonad glasses are really good. I like the shape, I like that the stem is quite substantial, and I really like the color. They come in 2 sizes, which is great. If you're looking for something timeless, but that still has a little more personality than a basic wine glass, I think these will do it. IKEA has always been a go-to for affordable picture frames. We all know this. I mean, who among us hasn't bought a ribba at some point? These Rodalm picture frames look to just be an updated version of the ribba. Lots of sizes, lots of colors, just a great, affordable, basic frame. The Silverparon Candlestick is just a stylish, super affordable little decorative accessory to have. Chrome has definitely been having a resurgence lately, so I am just really into this finish. And something about the curves of this piece gives me retro 80s postmodern vibes, so you can keep people guessing with whether it's new or it's vintage. Okay friends, we've reached the end of my list of timeless IKEA pieces that I think are worth investing in. Thank you for watching and sticking around till the end. I hope we see you at the next one, and bye for now.